The sober life is so far superior to the drinking life that there is no contest. But the problem lies in taking the individual from the sweetness and light view of alcohol to the harsh reality. And that part isn't so easy. Even though we proponents of sobriety have the truth on our side, most drinkers have been drinking for umpteen years or even decades and find long-standing habits hard to change. They've dealt with every problem, every upset, every life event with a drink. Their personal relationships, their careers, their social life, their hobbies all revolve around alcohol and drinking. Although their lives will improve dramatically when they stop drinking, it can be scary for them. They are like prisoners who have been institutionalized, who hate their prison, but fear release even more. So the job of the sober coach, or quit drinking writer, is to take the hand of the reader and show them the beautiful truth, that alcohol is, in reality, a pathetic and unpleasant little drug, that it gives so little and takes so much, that even the so-called normal drinker is being robbed of their energy, health, sleep, and peace of mind by chemical poisoning. And above all, that a sober life is a far better and far more enjoyable life in every way. This is where Simon comes into his own. He's gone from heavy daily drinker to totally embracing the sober life. He has gone from one to the other, thinking, analysing, and solving problems along the way. Each and every challenge he's come across, he's attacked with his usual determination and enthusiasm, and he's come up with techniques and methods that work. In stopping drinking, he's uncovered and got to grips with his own mental health issues. I've never known him to be at a loss for an answer. The old way of quitting drinking was to grit your teeth and just do it. It's hard work, and many people fail. If they do stick with it, then over time they will find their sleep improves, that social occasions aren't the horror they feared they would be, and that sober life in general isn't actually the misery they thought it would be. It takes time, and it takes effort, but given enough of both, they eventually prove to themselves that life doesn't end when the drinking stops. But there's a far easier way to quit, and that's to do the groundwork either before you quit or directly after. If you can get some way down the line to at least begin to entertain the possibility that quitting drinking will open up a far, far more enjoyable life, then the time and work required to reach your goal are correspondingly reduced. This is where the quit-lit author and the sober coach come in. They can take your hand and show you a far better world for you to inhabit. To do this, they need enthusiasm, imagination, and determination. This is where Simon truly comes into his own. Think of being lost in a strange and unpleasant land. A land that you don't like, but you're half afraid to leave in case the country you end up in is even worse than the one you're currently existing in. What you really need is a guide. Someone who has been exactly where you are now and has found a way to a far better land. Someone who can take you by the hand and lead you somewhere far, far better. This is where you are now. You've had enough of feeling tired and drained, of living a half life. You've found your guide. All you need to do now is hold tight and enjoy the ride. William Porter, author of Alcohol Explained and Alcohol Explained 2, July 2020.
Introduction. Dad, can we go to the bowling alley? Dad, can we go to the cinema? Dad, will you come and listen to me playing the piano? These are all things that my daughter asked me to do, and I firmly said no. These are the fun activities that I avoided because I wanted to drink instead. For years I chose to put alcohol ahead of the most important things in my life, ahead of my daughter, ahead of my wife, ahead of my career, and even my own health. I often ask myself, what kind of person would do that? And then I realise, it was me. I did that.